in here, I'm gonna put about 10 baby carrots. So I'm adding a little bit of apple for some sweetness. Then I'm gonna peel these beets. So I have 4 medium-sized beets. And when I prep this straight fresh, I like to add cucumber and spinach and those type of veggies. But since I'm meal prepping it, I can't add those because those vegetables tend to turn bitter, like have a bitter taste after a few hours. So I can't put that in my shake or else it's gonna ruin it. So I just put these 3 ingredients and it's perfect. So when you're working with beets, be careful with your hands. Make sure you don't touch anything right after because they stain everything. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and then I'm gonna put some water into my blender and then we're gonna blend it up and then pour them into the little glass containers. So I'm gonna put about 60 ounces of water up to this line right here and then that'll be enough for the 4 bottles. Now let's blend it. Done. Alright, now we're all done. Some have a little more than others. That's okay. So I'm just gonna put these in the fridge and then when I'm ready to grab one, I'll just literally go in the fridge and just shake it up a little bit because it starts to separate. So you just gotta shake it and it's ready to enjoy. So when you're ready to grab, so I'm gonna put these in the fridge and then when I'm ready to grab one, I'm gonna just open the fridge, grab it, and then just give it a little shake and it's ready to enjoy. Alright, let's get back to it. So for your overnight oats, you're gonna need some of these washable glass jars. So obviously you need some oil. And then I'm gonna use some chia seeds, some peanut butter, some honey, and then some cinnamon, what else? Yogurt, and almond milk. So I'm just gonna put half a cup into each of these glass jars. Oops. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the chia seeds. So I just grab one of these little spoons and then just pour it in there. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab some peanut butter. The Costco peanut butter is my favorite, so I'm gonna use this one. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit in there. It's probably about like half a tablespoon that I put in there. I don't measure it. That's probably about right. So I don't like to put too much because obviously peanut butter is high calorie. So I like to save on calories there. So I'm probably putting about 50 calories in here with the peanut butter. Then I'm gonna grab the yogurt. So I just use some non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and then I'm also gonna put in some organic almond milk. I love this almond milk, specifically the organic one, because the organic one only has 3 ingredients. You don't get all that guar gum and all that other stuff that you don't need in your body. So I'm gonna grab another spoon, and then I'm just gonna put a dollop of the yogurt. So if I'm eyeballing it, I'm probably putting about like 1/4 of a cup in each glass. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit of honey. So I put a little bit right now, and then I'll put a little bit more when I'm ready to eat it. So I just put a dash of cinnamon. So then I'm gonna put a little bit of the almond milk, so about half a cup. And then I put a little bit of water. Put water in each of these. And I fill it up about halfway of liquid. You don't want to fill it up too much because then your oats won't thicken. It'll just be like watery. I'm gonna close it up, double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, and then close it up. And then you just shake them. Just like that. And then they're ready to go in the fridge. You want to make these at least 4 hours ahead of time or preferably overnight. And these last you all week. So whenever you're ready to eat these, you just grab them from the fridge and then you put some fruit in there if you want, or like coconut. This is a very versatile recipe, so you can literally put like whatever you want. But me, I like to just top it off with some sliced almonds and then some honey and some fruit. Next, we're gonna make some of the easiest edamame ever. So I just grabbed these frozen edamames from Target. So I just get a pan wrapped with tin foil, and then I'm gonna cut this open. And I'm just gonna pour the bag right on the pan. I'm gonna spread them out a little bit. And this is just the one that we get from Costco. And then I'm gonna pour some on here like that. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. I don't put too much. If I had to guess, maybe like 2 spoons of the minced garlic. If you don't have any garlic in the house, like fresh garlic or minced garlic, you can also use garlic powder. And then I'm just gonna pour some salt over and some pepper. And then with your clean hands, you're gonna mix it up a little bit just to distribute that garlic. And then you're gonna spread it out evenly. That way your edamame cooks evenly. And then I'm just gonna get some spray cooking oil. I'm using the avocado one. And then you're gonna pop this into your oven and you're gonna bake it or air fry it at 425 for about 16 to 20 minutes. So my oven has a built-in air fryer, so I'm gonna pop this in there at 425 and I'm gonna bake it for approximately 16 minutes. If you have a gas oven, you could just pop this in the oven at 425 for about 18 to 20 minutes. Now the next thing we're gonna make is some ground beef, and then I'm also gonna make some green beans. My husband got these green beans from Costco. I usually make them a different way, but I usually get the canned ones, and then I make them like a different way, and I'll show you guys one of these days. But to make my life easier, he got these green beans that are already prepped. This brand has some corn and it's like so good, so I have high hopes for this one. So I'm gonna cook this, and I'm also gonna cook some organic ground beef that we got. So I'm just gonna spray some of the avocado oil that we have, and then we like to use this ground beef. This is the one that we get from Costco, and I'm just gonna pop it in there. Oops. So for the meat, this seasoning, we also get it at Costco. This one we like to use. This one has like chili, garlic, and spices with some salt. So I'm just gonna pour that right on top. And this one's really good for like carne asada and just pretty much any type of meat. So I'll use that seasoning for extra flavor. And then I'm still gonna put my garlic powder. Oops, it's a lot. I'm gonna put a little bit of the onion powder. And then I still like to use the salt and pepper on the side. And I think these should actually come in packets, so we don't have to use the whole thing. Oh no, they don't come in packets. The corn one does have like little packets, so you don't have to use the whole thing. Either way, you don't have to use the whole thing. Obviously, you can just freeze it again. But I'm gonna put maybe like half of one. These look so good. Look how seasoned they are. Look. These look so good. So I'm gonna let that cook. It says to cook it for like 6 minutes. Hold on. Cook over medium, 6 minutes until cooked. Now it's time to try the green beans. They're ready. So I'm gonna get just a little bit. You know what they taste like? Like if you were to grill these, that's what they would taste like. They taste like they have like a charred taste. They're okay, honestly. I like the green beans that I make a lot better. I think these are like $15, that's what my husband said. But they're okay. I would give them a straight like 6 out of 10. And our edamame is ready. So let me take them out and show you all what they look like. Okay, they got a little bit of garlic on there. And these are really good. It gives it like some really good flavor when you chew on them and you take them out. Like, let me do it. Look at that. You have to bite and like suck the little beans out. If you've never eaten fresh edamame like this, well, it's not fresh, it's frozen. But if you've never eaten whole edamame like this, you don't eat the skin. Okay, I made that mistake the first time, and then I learned. So I'm telling you now. But these give it like a really good flavor, like the oil, the garlic, all that. And then I just store these in. Well, I'm gonna let them cool down, and then I'm gonna store them in a little Ziploc bag. And then. This is why I like to use the aluminum foil to make my edamame, because I literally just grab it from the pan, fold it, and then I get a Ziploc bag, and then I'll just pour my edamames into this bag. This edamame took me literally under 20 minutes to make, and it's already ready to go. So when I meal prep, I like to cook everything separately. That way I can just mix and match different meals. So like for instance, I made some ground turkey. So I have some turkey in here, and then I have some cauliflower rice, I have some broccoli, and then I put a little bit of avocado in there, and then I mix it to make it like a bowl. And then I put some edamame for extra protein. And then of course, I usually have my shake with my lunch. So this is my lunch. This is gonna keep me full for a very long time. Now my meals are ready to go. I have my meals that I prepped over here. I went to the grocery store and I got some fruit. Then I have the oatmeals ready to go, and I have my juices. So I've showered, gotten my jammy jams, and now it's time to eat some ice cream. We actually got at the store today this ice cream that I love. It's called Mix. So this is like a low carb, low calorie ice cream. If you have this local, get it, trust me, it's amazing. This whole thing is only 310 calories, and they're usually about like 300 calories per pint. So we're gonna watch a movie and enjoy that, and that's what we're having for dessert. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Spoon me. Revision.